The little spark that makes music touch people is something you can't learn, and I really have no idea what it is, but I honestly think it's better this way. Of course, you can execute the notes, but those magical moments which reach people don't happen through people executing orders. They only happen when people believe in what they do. My mother always went to concerts and always liked music, and when I was about 3, not even 4 years old, I remember just nagging her a lot, and this is one of my very early memories, nagging her that I would like to play an instrument, and she took me to music school. First, there was kind of an open day, and we went to a ground floor, and first class there was 40 little kids scratching the violin, so I was very noise sensitive, so I ran away. And there was a second floor, there was the cello class, which was empty. So I was quite thrilled about the silence, so I said, okay, I'd play the cello. It was quite a big mistake to start with, because I never actually liked that instrument, but that's how I ended up playing the cello. And it became quite a substantial and very principal aspect of my life, only that it took a very different intensity to it when I was about 7 years old, which was a few years later. When I first came in contact with the music of Mahler, and also realized later on that I'm going to go in the direction of conducting. I would say that the people that shaped mostly what I do are the people who taught me how to question and how to look for my own way. And these people did not give me any information; they just gave me the tools. And that was my own teacher. That was Mahler, whom I never met, but his music gave me the art of curiosity and of doubting. Nothing, no content, no reality, no truth can be found, can be reached, can be developed without doubting. I believe that his music shows us in every single note, every color, every little bit of smoke that comes after the music is over is a question mark. And that's for me the most important mission that he has had in his music. With motivation and with real will of power, you can reach anything. And it was very important for me to guide these young colleagues through the process of getting to know the world of Mahler. Ist alles gut? Genau. Tonart hast du, ne? Tonart hast du? Wunderbar. 1, 2, 8. Are we getting into the mood for that passage? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Yeah. You don't look it. Been better. Been better? It was very interesting to see the eyes of people in the orchestra the moment I told them that the score we're playing from doesn't matter. They looked at me as if I just sort of fell off the moon. I was like, this is just a tool. We have to say something. There has to be, behind every note has to be an intention. They look at me completely crazy where I try to make them play ugly. You know, people are taught that you should always play pretty, but life is not always pretty, and therefore when you make music, you represent with your music making just exactly the same aspects of life which you have in your day-to-day reality, and that is not always pretty. This theme is not about the notes. Mm-hmm. You got that? Yeah. It's a pretty stupid theme. Okay. Da 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 doesn't make much sense. Okay. But it's supposed to be very devilish, that's all. It doesn't matter if you hear the notes or not. So, the only thing I need to do that's it. Now, good. 1, 8. realize it's going to be a challenge, and I think challenge is one of the most essential things in the process of creating art and generally. In order to facilitate that, I brought with me 10 colleagues from my own orchestra to bring in some energy, some enthusiasm, some, of course, great skill and great experience with them to share with their colleagues here. The special thing about my orchestra is that people are there because they want to be there. They don't have to. It's not a salary orchestra. It's not a job orchestra where people have to do it in order to pay their living. They're there because they really want to and they believe in what we do. It's always been a family. It's always been a group of people that are equally involved in this process of decision making. We sit together in very, very large meetings that sometimes span over many, many hours until we find a consensus, because we don't stop until we know that every single member can stand behind the decision taken, rather than as if somebody told them do that, do this, and get paid for it. And I believe that that's the only way to reach excellence, because if you're working with a large collective of individuals, the only way to make sure they perform, not only by doing their job, but with absolute 300% conviction and with all their heart, is if they feel that they identify with what they do. And I think people only identify with something they're also personally responsible for. Every orchestra is different because it's comprised of different people. Whether it's a professional orchestra or a student orchestra, it doesn't matter. These are 50, 60, 70, 80 individuals that breathe differently, that have different pulses, that have different life experiences. Each one of these people has to interact with this very much living organism that creates music. So my idea might be quite clear in my head, but it evolves through every new orchestra I produce it with. People are not machines that create a product, and I'm not trying to recreate a product with an orchestra. I'm trying to offer a skeleton. I show the first step of the path and I let people fill it in with content. And this is, I think, the hardest but the most important part of the task. the best possible scenario, you're a medium, you're a filter. And you can do your job best when you free yourself of any form of ego and any form of own, let's say, wishes, and let music flow through you. Then you're capable of transmitting something to your musicians and through that also to the public.